From Omro down to Mayville, from Rosendale to the Ledge, and everywhere in between, it's time to get you caught up on everything happening in the Flyway Conference. This is the Flyway Focus Sport Report, your home for the best whip-around coverage of your favorite local teams. Now, with all the latest, here's Jordan King.
Good Friday morning to you. The Flyway Focus Sports Report is brought to you by Cole Oil Propane, providing energy solutions for Flyway Conference Communities for over 100 years. Check them out at www.coleoilandpropane.com. No varsity level sports got played last night. All wrestling from last night will be rescheduled because they're conference duels. All 3 basketball games also postponed for the time being. Those were all non-conference, so they could eventually be canceled if they can't find a date. That brings us to today. Several area schools have announced 2-hour delays, but hopefully the roads will be cleaned up in time for today's schedule of sports. Tonight is a conference night in boys basketball. 3 preseason favorites, all unbeaten after 2 Flyway games. The first of those undefeated, Laconia, plays host to Winnebago Lutheran tonight at the Pit. That game features 2 of the best point guards in the conference in Laconia's Cash Farrell and WLA's Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz coming off a monster 38-point outing earlier this week. Laconia, on the other hand, has had a light schedule so far. Tonight will be just the 4th game for the Spartans. Most of the other Flyway teams will be playing games 6 or 7. Springs also undefeated. They host Mayville tonight. The Cards have played everyone tough on their schedule despite the 2-4 record. We'll see how Mayville handles the size of Emmett Hune, Caden Pitts, and Noah Mowell for the Ledgers. Lemire has North Fondy tonight in North Fondy. The Lions unbeaten on the year, but they still feel like they haven't hit their stride just yet. Jake Bresky still the leading scorer and rebounder in the Flyway. Guard Hunter Dooley is second in assists. And finally, Omro hits the road to play Campbellsport. The Cougars got their first win of the season on Monday. We'll see if they can carry that back into Flyway play tonight. Meanwhile, Omro's Mason Huth, third in the conference in scoring. All games scheduled for 7 p.m. tips. There are 2 girls' games tonight. Lemire hosts Valley Christian. The Warriors have struggled this season at 3-5. For Lemire, Josie Christian is averaging 23.4 points per game. Omro's girls welcome in a very good Lourdes Academy team tonight. Lourdes is 5-1 on the year. Meanwhile, Omro has gotten things back on track, winners of 5 straight. In wrestling tonight, Omro's varsity squad will wrestle at a quad in Wrightstown. Those 2 schools joined by Brilliant and Kewanee. There's also a girls' tournament in Wrightstown tonight. Omro and Lemire will send girls wrestlers to compete at that. Laconia's girls wrestlers also in action tonight. Their tournament is in Oostburg. And finally, Warbirds hockey is at the Fox Cities Stars tonight. Got all the sports available to us this evening. Boys hoops, girls hoops, some hockey, as well as wrestling this evening. We'll talk to you in the morning, break all of this down for you, full scoreboard and highlights from tonight. For the Flyway Focus Sports Report, I'm Jordan King.